If Jake Paul is left, up against the ropes with Anthony Joshua, unloading on him, could be the end for him, literally. It could be his last day on earth.
And brain damage in these sports are more common than you think, where sometimes the effects of the damage are delayed until years later when a person begins experiencing memory declines, emotional instability, severe headaches, and unexplained adverse changes in their personality. But why are the symptoms sometimes delayed? The brain can slowly deteriorate after trauma because injured neurons continue breaking down over time, eventually leading to conditions like chronic traumatic encephalopathy known as CTE.
It's a progressive degenerative brain disease. It is like Alzheimer's. It can start with memory loss, mood swings, and difficulty in concentration, developing into progressive dementia.
Based on the massive size gap, the extreme power difference, and Jake's lack of true heavyweight experience or defensive skill, his realistic risk of sustaining a serious or life-threatening injury in this fight is around 50%. Jake likely views this fight as a win-win because if he loses badly, everyone expected him to lose anyway. But if he wins or even just performs well, he finally gains the desired respect as a real boxer.
Put some respect on my name.
My respect.
However, the physical risk he's taking is massive because his quality of life can be permanently altered, and no amount of money or fame can undo that. If you're thinking fighters get punched in the head all the time and they seem to be fine, that's only because you don't usually see the fighters who never recover, where their symptoms show up years later, or they may quietly suffer with memory problems, mood swings, chronic pain, or reduced cognitive ability, but never seek help and often don't publicize those struggles to the media. Also, experienced fighters rarely take multiple clean shots from a very large and skilled heavyweight opponent like AJ. They have many years of defensive skill, timing, and head movement experience and reflex training that allows them to roll with the punches and deflect them just enough to reduce that full potential force.
Do you believe this?
It's mostly a myth that fighters can condition themselves through repeated fights to simply not get hurt. However, they become much better at rolling with the punches, with defensive techniques, bracing for impact, and taking the pain.
Yes, I believe it.
Jake does not have that level of experience, and certainly not at the elite heavyweight level, so punches from someone like AJ are more likely to land cleanly with full direct power. These types of punches are not comparable to anything Jake has experienced, and the human brain is not built to withstand that level of force.
Your brain isn't supposed to rattle around in your head, particularly the way it's going to for Jake Paul when Anthony Joshua starts letting those punches fly.
Follow for more.